In this video we will discuss about the physiology of nervous system. So let's we start the lecture number 1. Here is the definition of nervous system. Nervous system, the master controlling and communicating system of body, and is a complex network of nerves and cells that carry message to and from the brain and spinal cord to various parts of the body. The second definition of the nervous system is the nervous system is the part of body that coordinate its voluntary and involuntary action and transmit signal between the different part of its body. Here is the example of nervous system. Brain interprets sensory input and goes to the brain interpret and then motor output and show response. Here is the function of nervous system. The first function is sensory input, monitoring stimuli occurring inside and outside the body. Integration. The second function, interpretation of sensory input, motor output, response to stimuli by activating effector organ. Learning, acquiring new or modifying and reinforcing existing knowledge, behaviors, skills, values or preference, and maybe involve synthesizing different type of information. The fifth one is memory, the process in which information is encoded, stored and retrieved. The sixth one is language, the ability to acquire and use complex system of communication. Organization of nervous system, the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Here is show the central nervous system. Central nervous system contain a brain and spinal cord. Its function is integration and command center. In this diagram, here is show the central nervous system, the brain, location of spinal cord. In the next, peripheral nervous system, paired spinal and cranial nerves. The function of peripheral nervous system carries message to and from the spinal cord and brain. Here in this picture, there different nerves are located in body to regulate the different body organs. There is the anatomy of nerves, the location of brain, spinal cord, the brachial plexus, radial nerve, median nerve, ulnar nerve, common peroneal nerve, deep peroneal nerve. The left is intercostal nerve, subcostal nerve, lumbar plexus, sacral plexus, femoral nerve, fundal nerve, sciatic nerve, muscular branches of femoral nerve, spontaneous nerve and tibialis nerve. In the next, peripheral nervous system contain two different functions, the sensory and the motor. Sensory division is called afferent and motor division is called efferent. The sensory afferent division, somatic afferent fibers carry impulse from skin, skeletal muscle and joints to the brain. Visceral afferent fiber transmit impulse from the visceral organs to the brain. The motor efferent division transmit impulse from the CNS to the effector organs. Here is the example of the motor and sensory division. The first sensory receptor sends the message and convey to the sensory neuron to the spinal cord. The third, there goes into the interneuron. Here is interpretation of the message and then goes into the cerebral cortex. Message back to response by the motor neurons. The red line show the motor neurons and the 8 point show the effector of the skeletal muscles. Motor division, two main parts. Somatic nervous system is voluntary, conscious control of skeletal muscle. Autonomic nervous system is involuntary, regulates smooth muscle, cardiac muscle and glands. Divisions, sympathetic. The autonomic nervous system divided again into two parts, parasympathetic and sympathetic.